What's good, y'all? Welcome to another amazing show of the Bowl STP Sports Podcast. My name is Ricky. My other two partners are unable to attend today, but we're going to continuing on. They'll be back on soon. Listen, I'm just here real quick, little quick show, just to recap the last week of the NFL regular season. It was a few games that mattered. And I felt like we should touch upon it real quickly. I want to start off with I guess I would say it was one of the biggest games yesterday. Lions versus the Vikings for the number one seed in the NFC. A lot of us, outside of any Lions fans or Viking fans, probably went to that game like I think more people thought the Lions would win, but I think we all thought it would be a better game than that. For that score to be 31-9 in dominant fashion that the Lions did it, I mean it was decent in the first half as far as the score, but the game was controlled by the Lions, and 31-9 is evident. But do believe though, if you really watch the game, the Vikings, I believe, was in the and forget the red zone. They was inside the 10-yard line four times and kicked field goals or either went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. That was real costly. And a lot of the things I noticed that they were doing, the Lions, they were blitzing very heavy, being that they don't have that much. A lot of the defensive players are out on injury. They blitz real heavy and force Darnold to make decisions quickly where he wasn't making them quickly. Instead, he was holding the ball trying to make a play when he had players running wide open for touchdowns. At least two of them four. I think it was three out of the four where he could have had a touchdown and he didn't get rid of the ball and he held on to it. So that's something that might be something that to look at that they might start doing. Whoever the teams that's playing against the Vikings in the playoffs, what they're gonna do. I don't know if the Vikings the real deal or not. I mean, we had the Vikings about maybe what 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago when they were like a high seed and they played the wild card team, the Giants, and the Giants beat them. And it was like their record was really good, but we didn't feel they were really good. I don't think that's the case this year with the Vikings. I think they're actually a better team than they was 3 years ago when that happened. But listen, 14-3, that's a great record. Like that's a hell of a record. That's a hell of a record. So I mean, I just thought the Lions just dominated that game and showed that they're the class of that division, and the class of the NFC at this point. I mean, it's a lot of teams that's right there, that's decent right there with them, and even the ones that's a little behind them. But as of right now, the Lions, you got to give them the edge going into the playoffs. I guess them or Philly. We don't really know what's going on in Philly with Hurts and everything, but somewhere between them two. Another game that had some matter yesterday. Where do I start? I guess let's go with the Chiefs and the Bucks. I mean, excuse me, the Chiefs versus the Broncos. Now, it didn't matter to the Chiefs. This game had nothing to do with the Chiefs. It had a lot to do for the Broncos because the Broncos have had a great season, rookie quarterback, but they needed this game to make the playoffs. They needed to win this game. And I actually was talking about this game with a few people saying that, I believe the Broncos will win, but I thought the Chiefs was competent enough to make it tough on them. Carson Wentz is a former starting quarterback, even a former MVP caliber quarterback. That year when they went to the Super Bowl and he got hurt in the regular season towards the end, he was on his way to an MVP. So and he played with my Commanders for a little bit, and well, he didn't really play with the Rams. I don't think when he was there, but when he was with us, he started for us for a little while. He wasn't great by any means. Borderline, even he wasn't even good. He was average-ish. But I thought with that Commanders coaching and excuse me, with the Chiefs coaching and everything, that they could make it competitive. That score was 38-0. And now after seeing that score and seeing some of the highlights, it made me realize the Chiefs didn't ever want to win that game because the Chiefs don't want the Bengals in the playoffs. I don't think nobody in the AFC wants the Bengals to make the playoffs. It's just the truth of the matter is people prefer the Broncos to make the playoffs over the Bengals because the Bengals are dangerous. They are a scary team. The Broncos is there. They're coming. They're on their way. But the Bengals has been playing some of the best football in the NFL the past, what they're in a 5-game win streak, I think. The best for the past month at least, they've been playing some of the best football in the NFL. Joe Burrow has to have the best quarterback stats ever for a team that didn't make the playoffs. Like his numbers are MVP, easily MVP-ish. He's not going to get it because his team didn't make the playoffs, but his numbers are crazy. And Jamar Chase, triple crown winner. He won. He got the most receiving yards, the most receptions, and the most touchdowns for a receiver. And they didn't make the playoffs, and they still got T Higgins there. I don't know. That team really blew an opportunity this year to get in the playoffs and do make some noise. By losing some games they should not have lost. Hey, it is what it is. But to go back to my point, I think the Chiefs made it their duty to make sure that the Bengals don't get in. So like, don't even make it a close game where it looks like, oh, just in case. Like the Broncos cannot screw this up. No way. You're gonna win this game. And you're going to the playoffs. All right. So now we had a couple other games that actually kind of went with each other in the sense. I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna go to my team. My team went into this week. The Commanders, obviously, as you can see, went into this week as the number 6 seed. They needed to win to keep that seed and not have to face Philly in the first round. Who wants to go to Philadelphia in the middle of January for a first round game? And the team is real tough. Probably the best of the teams we had the opportunity to play. Going into the first round. But it's cold as hell too. Nobody want to do that. When you have a chance to play either the Rams in LA in January or Tampa, we'll take that in January too. Over going to cold ass Philadelphia. So we needed to win this game. And while that was going on simultaneously, the Bears and the Packers was playing, and we needed the Packers to lose if we lost in order for us to keep the 6th seed. Now the Bears were doing their job; they was kicking up on the Packers. Love got hurt and everything, but then they made a mistake and let the Packers come back because the Bears fumbled when the game was over. Game was about to be over, and they fumbled. So now I'm a little sweaty because we're losing to the Cowboys, and I'm like, what the is going on? I got too many people in my damn house this day making a bunch of damn noise, and I'm trying to just watch my game. If you know me, you know. I lock in. I lock in. Whether I'm in the sports bar or whether I'm in my crib. I don't be chitty chatty and all that when I'm watching my game. I just want to focus and watch my team play for 2.5 to 3 hours, and I'm good. If it ain't no emergency, leave me the fuck alone. That's just what it is with me when I'm watching my team play. Um, but it was a lot. I had a few family members, everything over at the house, whatever the reason was. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Too much going on. I was a little frustrated, but I kept my composure, chilled out, watched my team. Thankfully, it wasn't a do or die game where if we lost, we didn't make the playoffs. Because if it was that, I would have had to leave. I couldn't stay there. If it was that with all the noise and all that going on, standing in front of the TV, that's too much for me. No, 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 no. But it wasn't that. It was just, are we going to be the 6th seed or are we going to be the 7th seed? So literally, Bears gave up the lead. I'm like, oh man, and we're down. My Commanders is losing. Bears make a great drive. And Commanders got the ball. This is both literally like a minute left in the game for both teams, both games. We got the ball, but we got Mariota in the game because Jada didn't start the second half. So I'm just not sure. Mariota played a great second half, by the way, but I just wasn't sure he was going to be in the drive, 91 yards to get us a touchdown to win the game. It's like simultaneously, like under a minute left for both games. And both the teams I needed to do what they needed to do were losing. But, you know, Mariota, man, this is the second time he got in for us, improved himself, and did a great job at what he does. He drove us down there with some great plays, some great plays he made, some great timely throws, some timely runs. What a huge run he did. I think he was at the 50, and he made like a 33-yard run, which he dipped his shoulder. We call that getting skinny in the football terms. He got skinny, huh. Bro, he didn't, if he just stood straight up and ran, he'd have clipped him. But he got skinny real quick. As soon as he got past the line, right at the line, he got skinny, and it was a beautiful thing to watch. I actually be trying to teach my son that to get skinny when he going through the line and everything, but that's a whole nother story. Um, and literally, we're at like the 5-yard line, and it's 6 seconds left, I believe, because it took us forever to line up, and we didn't have no timeouts. So it's like now, okay, do we take a field goal and go to overtime with a game that we don't need, but we would prefer to have? But we have to risk putting our players at risk for injury for playing a whole nother quarter pretty much for an overtime game, which we just came off an overtime game last week. Or do we just go for it and whatever happens, time run out, it runs out? As we're thinking about this, shout out to the Chicago Bears who was getting on my nerves all year, the fans. They kicked the game-winning field goal, drove up that field. Mr. Caleb Williams drove up that field, kicked the game-winning field goal. So now, we have my commercial break for my team. It don't even matter if we win the game at all now. We good at the 6th seed because the Bears just defeated the Packers. But, but, but the fan in me, I didn't want to lose to the Cowboys again. Like, that's our rivals. You don't want to get swept by them, even though they suck this year and they're not making the playoffs. And it's just you don't want to get swept by no arch rival. Point blank period. Giants, Eagles, or Cowboys. You do not want to be swept by either of them. We swept the Giants ourselves this year. Shout out to that. We split with the Eagles, and we're at a place where we lost to the Cowboys the first game. We're at the 5. We're already locked in at the 6th spot now because the Bears helped us out and did their job. So it don't matter if we lose as far as that. 6 seconds left. What do we do? What do we do? Mariota, man. You look like Oregon Mariota. You look like Heisman Mariota yesterday. You did that. You my second quarterback. Second best in the league. I don't care about all them other names. Jaden Daniels and Marcus Mariota. Y'all my fucking quarterbacks. Y'all do your job when y'all have to do your job. 12 times y'all did your job this year. Actually 13 times because we should have beat the Cowboys the first time, but the kicker missed the extra point, which is crazy. So I can't blame that on the quarterbacks. 12 times to 13, y'all did your job this year. And I've never, again, I've talked about this before, I've never seen 12 wins with my team. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But I'll talk about that in the next show. We hiked the ball, 6 seconds left. Mariota throws a perfect fade. And what does Terry do? Terry goes up. I gotta go get a Terry jersey. I'm gonna get it, Terry. I'm gonna get it because you prove what some people said you wasn't this year. You are a bona fide #1 wide receiver. You have 13 touchdowns. You set the record for our franchise for touchdowns for a receiver. 13 touchdowns with that game-winning head top, head top. Was that Blaine he did that on? I believe it was Blaine. I don't care who it was on. It don't matter. It looked good. I posted it on my story. I posted it on my gram, my Twitter. I don't think I posted it on Facebook. I might have, but if I didn't, I'm gonna do that too. That was an amazing game-winning touchdown grab by you, Terry. Thank you, thank you, thank you some more. Listen here, man. 12-5. 6th seed. We got them Bucks. I'm not gonna preview that game until later this week. I'm gonna do that probably on Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm gonna preview that game. We got them Bucks. Week 1. We remember you. We remember you. When my boy Jaden never had an NFL start, we still do. We had to do, but we remember you. We coming. We coming. Don't you worry. But that's another story. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about that in the next pod. But we did our job. We split with the Cowboys. We should have swept them. What it is. It's rivalry game. You never know what's gonna happen. Even though we were the better team this year, you still never know what's gonna happen. It is what it is. We split. We got the game winner. That's a great way to end the regular season, man. Great way to end the regular season. I'll take it. 12-5. 12-5, bro. Listen here. I already won my Super Bowl. I won 12 games. I watch every game. My team. 17 games. I watch 12 wins. That's a Super Bowl for me. Whatever happens in the playoffs happens. I hope we do good in the playoffs. We still got a lot to build, man. This team was just 4-13 last year. We're now 12-5. If we do something major in the playoffs, my God, this might be a story. Like we might have a Netflix story if we do that. But it is. I won a Super Bowl already by us winning 12 games. I'm cool. Whatever happens next week, I'll talk about that later. But onto the last scenario. We had the Bucks versus Saints and the Falcons versus the Panthers, and this was for the division. Bucks had the division wrapped up. They just needed to win, or for the Falcons to lose, and somehow both games was close. But as a matter of fact, Bucks was losing most of the game, and Falcons took the lead around second and third quarter on the Panthers, and it looked like the Bucks was about to blow their playoff opportunity. Falcons was doing their thing, winning. My boy, that's a Falcons fan, was talking crazy in the chat, like he was gonna do, like they was gonna do something, like when they just smacked them last week, but whatever. But ultimately, the Bucks came back and won. Close game, 27-19. And the Falcons ended up losing to the Panthers. They didn't want it. They didn't really want it anyway. 44-38. Panthers look good, man. They coming. They coming. Watch out for them next year. I think Bryce has found his stride. They got to add some more pieces to that team. They might be okay. So the Bucks end up getting that spot. So I mean, at this point, what we got? Let me see what we got here for the playoff season. I'm not gonna go over the playoff games. I'm not gonna go over them until later, but I'm going to let y'all know the brackets, which I'm sure y'all already know. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. 2 hours ago, this got to be a good one to show me the bracket. Let me see what the bracket look like. This ain't a good bracket, but you know what? Do I remember? I think I might remember them off the top of my head because I can't find it on here right now. I'm trying to find it. I think I found it now. Hold on. Stay with me, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with me. I don't want to say the wrong games because I could just yell, say whatever. Okay, I got it. Cool. Here we go. So here go the playoff bracket for next week. For the wild card. So we already know the two number one seeds for each for the AFC and the NFC. They both get a bye week. So they're just sitting, waiting to see what's going on. They earned that. They played a great regular season, and that's the reason why they have a bye and they only have to win 2 games to make the Super Bowl when everyone else has to win 3 to make it. So here we go. Wild card weekend. This is what we got. This is what we got. This is what we got. On Saturday, the first game up on Saturday, we got the Chargers versus the Texans. Texans are number 4, Chargers are number 5. Damn, I kind of want to give my predictions, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna save that for when me and my boys, my partners get on. But that's gonna be a real good game. That's a goodie right there. Then we got on Saturday. This is a tough one. We got the Steelers versus the Ravens. Number 3 Ravens versus the number 6 Steelers. Steelers dug themselves this hole to put them in this predicament. They lost 4 straight games in the season. Horrible way to go into the playoffs. Then you got to play a rival, and I don't think the Ravens wanted them neither. If I'm being honest, they would have loved to have gotten the Chargers or something like that, but Steelers lost 4 straight. You sit where you at. Then we go to Sunday. Sunday we got the Broncos versus the Bills. This is an interesting game. Bills been one of the best teams all season. Literally all season they've been one of the best. But the Broncos ain't no slouch, man. They're not no slouch, and they play good defense. They might be the matchup that Bills did not want. Now that I think about it, Broncos have a very good defense, and Bills is kind of like a one-man Superman team. They don't have a lot of options. Like if they go as Josh Allen goes, if the Broncos play that defense, it might. I'm not gonna go crazy, but that game's gonna be better than people think. I guarantee you that. Mark my words. Stamp this. 17:45 second mark. I think that game gonna be better than people think. Then we got on Sunday the Packers versus Eagles. Let's go Packers. Listen. You know I'm rooting for the Packers. I'm against the Eagles. I'm against anybody in my division. Get them Eagles up out of there, Packers. If Hurts is hurt, beat them even worse. That's just what it is. I know the Packers just lost Watson to ACL injury, and Love got a little hurt, but he go play. But losing Watson, people making it a huge deal, but he ain't really a big deal. They spread the ball around. So, I mean, he's a big piece as a deep threat, as a decoy and all that stuff, but he doesn't get a lot of volume anyway. So I'm not really tripping over him being gone. I think it's going to be a good game. They played week 1. The Eagles won it, but it was a real good game. They played in London, I believe it was. The first game of the season, if I'm correct, or the second. It was the second game of the season. But the next game is, you know what it is. Them Bucks. Them Bucks. We, me, us, 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 us. Them daggone Commanders, baby. We play them Bucks. Sunday night. Prime time. You know we getting prime time, man. We got Jaden Daniels, bro. We are prime time. Prime time. We'll probably have like 5 of those next year too in the regular season. But we are prime time, man. Number 3, Bucks versus number 6, us, the Commanders. Don't get it twisted. The Bucks is 10-7. We are 12-5. They're only ranked higher than us because they won their division because they weak. Weak. If they ran seedings like every other sport runs their seedings, better record, they will be coming to DC to come see us. But whatever though. Even we don't play in DC no more. Whatever. We're trying to get back there. But you know what I mean. They'll be coming to our home. Landover, Maryland. But it's all good. We gonna go on the road and be some road warriors. I feel real good about this game. That's all I'm gonna give you until we do the predictions. I feel real good. I did prefer the Rams though. Y'all dropped that ball, Rams, and y'all and I hope y'all get smacked next week for what y'all did for not starting y'all starters like y'all was go beat anybody that y'all played. But it's all good. Maybe y'all prefer to play the Vikings over the Commanders. Maybe, because we are that deal. Okay? So y'all ended up with the Vikings. I think that's a good matchup too. Rams versus Vikings. You can flip a coin. I mean, I believe the Vikings. I can't say who I believe because it ain't prediction day. This is just me telling y'all who's playing. Telling y'all who's playing. The Vikings. That's a tough matchup though for the Rams. The Rams, y'all had a shot to come to have a home game. Y'all still got your home game, but y'all could have played us over the Vikings. For y'all not playing y'all starters in the last game of the regular season, I believe that y'all preferred. I can't even say y'all preferred to play the Vikings because you didn't even know if it was going to be the Vikings or Detroit. If the Vikings would have beat Detroit last night, y'all would have had to play Detroit. They would have definitely smacked y'all around. Definitely. So I don't know what y'all was thinking going into that resting y'all starters like y'all know y'all got it like that. Y'all don't. Y'all ain't built like that. Rams? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. First round. I get that one prediction. First round, y'all out. Y'all going. Hope you enjoyed your one extra week you got. Hope you enjoyed it. But it's over. So I'm looking forward to it, man. We got a lot of football this week. I forgot about the college playoffs and all that semifinals. We literally got college. We got Penn State versus dang who they play. Notre Dame. Penn State versus Notre Dame. I believe that's on Thursday for the two go to the championships. And then Friday we got Ohio State versus Texas. The two go to the champ. Then we got Saturday, we got NFL football playoffs. This Sunday we got NFL football. And then Monday we got NFL. We got 5 straight days of some amazing playoff football from college to NFL. Listen, wives, I gotta let us have this 5 days. Let us have it for 3 hours, maybe a little more hours. Let us have that time. Well, you know what? If it ain't my team playing, it don't matter. We can watch it together. Just know we watching it. But when my team come on, man. Just let me get that. Let me have that. I need that. I need that focus. I need that focus. I need to be dolo. Just chilling, focus, laser lock. I don't want to talk about nothing. On Sunday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. I need laser light focus on my Commanders versus the Bucks. Please. That goes for everybody. And we got a lot of wives that watch football heavy too. If the man don't like it, you gotta go for that. For that time span that she needs, give it to her. It's the NFL, man. This is serious. This is serious business. We don't. Okay, okay. Let us rock. Season almost over. Season is almost over. Let us get this. And that's my time, man. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in. You already know. Always are welcome to participate. You don't have to hate. Click that like button. Click that subscribe button. Make sure you comment, man. We appreciate every like we receive, every comment we receive, every subscription we receive. We're just trying to build and keep on building and getting better with our content, better with our background, everything. We go get better. It takes steps. It takes steps. Just rock with us, keep rocking with us, and we thank y'all, man. We got another show coming to y'all later this week. You already know, man. My name is Ricky. See y'all in a couple of days, man. Peace.